beautiful, warm welcome to the world. My name is Joel. Today we are going to learn functions in C++. Of course, we are going to learn about functions, how to reuse the functions, what are function stubs, what are return statements, and what is function overloading. So firstly, what does a function mean? A function is a block of code that does a specific task. A function is a block of code that does a specific task. What are the advantages of a function? Now, there are three advantages of function. The first one is max maintainability. Let's say you're reading the same code from the future and you didn't understand anything. In cases like that, functions can help you in giving names to the functions and performing very easily. It also makes your code smaller. The second one is reusability. Yes, you can reuse the functions how many times you want. I am going to show you also that. Thirdly, it can do divisions of work. It can do divisions of work. So how does a function has, like what it contains? Like it has a return type. What is a return type? A common question by beginners. It just returns the data type, and we have a function name and parameters. What are parameters? It helps in giving data to another function. We are gonna also work with parameters. Okay, then how can I declare a function? I'm going to show you through code. So first, on top of the main function, we are gonna write void. What does this void mean? It's used for avoiding things. Now this void is also a data type, and we're gonna work with this a lot when we use inheritance and many more. And beside it, I will write my function name. Maybe I want my function name to be say hello. Say hello. Okay. Now we are gonna write inside this the parameters. Now how does parameters look? Let me show you. String name. Now, once, do you feel this anywhere familiar? Yes, the main function. The main function is also a function, but we doesn't write any parameters. It only has a return type. The main function is also a function. The return type is int. Okay. Now, down here, right, curly braces, and in there we are going to write Cout double less than angle brackets, and in double quotes we are gonna write hello and a semicolon. Now let's try running this. It's gonna show me nothing. There we go, nothing. Why it not showing me anything? Well, I wrote it on, it doesn't get executed, which means I should write it down. No, I can call this function down without copying this or pasting this down. I just write here, say hello, my function name, and in here, since the parameters is string name, I can write in here in quotes, I can write the name as maybe Ryan, and then keep a semicolon. So basically what this does is calls the function. Let's try running it. Wait, one sec. Why don't it print hello? Why doesn't print Ryan? Simple. It's because I didn't specify in the function to print also the string. So here down I can just write Cout double less than angle brackets and the variable name. Now let's try running it again. Now it prints hello Ryan. It looks much formatable like this. Hello Ryan. Okay. Now we understood how to call the function and print out. But another question by beginners is, can I give multiple parameters? Well, yes. We can directly write here, comma. Maybe let's say, like maybe I want also for age. So I'll write int age. And let's print also age. Age. Here we're gonna write comma, and maybe let's write 34. Okay. Why did I write now normally why did I kept comma 34? Now same. When I'm saying void say hello, here directly itself in the parameters only I write integer age. So here also I can directly write comma 34. Let's run this again. Let me show you. There we go. It prints hello Ryan 34. It will be much better if I give here also gap, but let's give this here also gap. So it will be much formatable, understandable by the user. Now it prints hello Ryan 34. Or maybe let's say hello Ryan, you are 34. I can write this also. I can just write here, you are, and just use space and leave it alone. Let's run this again. Now it prints hello Ryan, you are 34. Great. It printed out the output what we want. Now then, can I use the same function to make multiple? Yes, you can. Maybe let's write another. I just need to write the same thing. Say hello. And I can just write here Tim. And let's say you are 34. Actually, we need to keep back at 34 or 32, so you can make a different age. Let's run this again. Now it prints hello Ryan, you are 34. Hello Tim, you are 32. And I cannot just make one, but I can make multiple. Okay. Now we know how to reuse the functions which we have. Then what is function stub? Simple. Like let me remove these both. Let me copy these two. Let's copy these two down of the return 0. So basically I just need to copy this down of return 0. Or you can write it or either copy it. Let's not write it wrong here. But I will copy it so it will be much faster. Here we'll just paste everything. Okay. On top, let's take off the remaining. Let's try running this by keeping this down, the function of down return 0 instead of up. And remember one thing, when I'm using this, when I'm writing down of return 0, I should directly keep here also the close bracket. And don't keep, then you normally get two close brackets. Take off one close bracket and keep it on top of return 0. So that then, or else then it's not going to take it as an error, or it's going to show you as an extra token. Let's run this. And check. Yes, it's going to show you this error. Why it's showing me error? Simple. It's showing me error. It's because I didn't declare this function anywhere. When I'm saying down of return 0, it thinks basically that this never exists. So in case like that, you need, if you write the code like that, then you need to use a function stub. Let me show you. The function stub is that I write the name and the parameters on top. So void say hello, and you're gonna write string name and integer age. String name comma integer age, and I don't need to do anything else, as basically now it's gonna check something with the same parameters and eventually come here and check what should be executed. So let's run this again. One sec. Exploded initialized before. Oops, I forgot to keep the semicolon. This will basically trip up programmers, and you should remember, and it tripped me up. Now let's run this again. Now prints, hello Ryan, you are 34. Hello Kim, you are 32. Now basically I didn't change anything. Everything is the same and the function is down. But just when I keep the parameters, it checks the code with the same parameters and eventually come down of the main function to execute it. Okay. Now we'll discuss it about function stub. Then what are return statements? So for example, let's write in another code. This code is used for calculating the cube of a number. You can take off this because it's useless and gone, and this also down of return 0. This is all useless. All down. Okay, now basically let's make another program for calculating the cube. So let's maybe write double and cube. You're gonna write double num, and you're gonna write curly braces. You're gonna write return num1 multiplied by num1 multiplied by num1. I meant only num, not num1. So what does this return do? Now this return basically just, instead of cout, it returns the value of num1 multiplied by num1 multiplied by num1. Now let's make this do. Let's call the function in the main function. Here we are going to write cout double less than angle brackets, and here we are write cube, and you write 50. And semicolon. Let's try running this. It gives the same answer, which is, it gives the cube of our number, which is 50, and it is 1,25,000. Maybe if I want to change this, maybe to 56 or 46 or some random number, whatever you want, you can try. There we go, 97,336. Okay. Now it basically just returns the multiplication, and you can use it even more. In not just returning num1, it can also perform with the name. You can return names and like many more. Okay, now we discussed about return statements. Now what is function overloading. Let me clean up this code here. And let me take out this extra line which I don't. Yes, I basically resetted it. So it will be much easier instead of deleting everything. And let's just comment this also. Or I can take off these both. And this also. Okay. Now we are gonna see what is function overloading. So now function overloading only works for, now for example, let's first get a little bit. Now maybe if I write code for saying both say hello and say hello with the same function. Let's write this code. Say hi or else. And you write string name and you write here maybe as the basic what I'll write here. Here basically I'll write is see out and you write in quotes mic and a semicolon and let's print out see out name. And let's just copy this one more time. Let's just copy this down again one more time. So let's copy it. Copy and here you are write it. And you write here hash include string back. Hash include IOStream and down the using namespace std using namespace now the capital N small n only std. Remember, don't keep capital N, only keep small n. Now let's try calling the function say hi and you want to write Ryan or something like Tim or Kim or somebody. Let's write Tim for now. Now let's try running this. Error. This error is technically just saying that here I have two functions. Now which function should I take? If they both are same, okay. Here is where the function overloading jumps in. So the function overloading works with number parameters or data type parameters. For example, let's write another code instead of this one. Let's delete this code. And take off this extra line also, which we don't need anymore. And maybe let's write code for calculating the area of square in first whole numbers and the second for function calculating area in square for floats and lastly calculating area for rectangle. Let's do this. So first I can basically write here the function void area and we are gonna write int a and you have to keep a curly brace and here you're gonna write int area equal to area multiplied by area and you're gonna write C out double less than angle brackets and in double quotes we are gonna write area of square is, and you write area. Let's basically print out area. Now I made one. Let's try making another one with the same one. Void, and you write area. But instead, let's change the parameters. Only this time the parameters. Let's see what will happen if I only change the parameters and nothing else. Float A, and let's keep everything. And here you write C out, but actually first we need to make it an integer. Now when I'm doing the same thing like this, I can basically do one thing. I can immediately just, you'll see when I'm trying to call this function. In the third one I'm going to show you something. Right, int area multiplied by a and semicolon, and you write C out double less than angle brackets, and in double quotes we are going to write area of square is, and basically you just want to print out everything. Keep gaps so it can, at the runtime it's gonna be a little formattable and understandable, that means. And double less than angle brackets and area and semicolon. Let's create a third one for the last, and that's void and area double less than angle brackets int L for length, comma int B for breadth. Here you write int area equals length multiplied breadth, and a semicolon. Down you write C out double less than angle brackets, and you write area of rectangle is, and double less than angle brackets, and here I'm just going to print out everything. Area and semicolon. Now let's call all the three functions down in the main function. So let's call them. So here let's call all of them. So first I'm gonna write area, and you're gonna write 4 for the first one, and down you're gonna write area, and you're gonna write 3, comma 4 for length and breadth, and lastly area. You are going to write float, and again in those I'll write again 1.5 and a semicolon. So why did I kept in here float 1.5? Simple. It because when I'm saying in this previous one I wrote integer, so it should return the value integer, but nothing should change as floats. So that's why I wrote here float, or else it's going to take it as an error. So let's run this, and the output will be, one sec, oops, I forgot return 0. Always return 0 also needed. Return 0, and let's run this. Run once again, it's giving one more, one sec. Oops, I forgot to keep the curly brace. Let's go down here. Yes, here only. And let's again run this. Yes, there we go. Area of square is 16. Area of rectangle is 12. Area of square is 12. So that is function overloading. So now you can also do the same thing with numbers. I hope you found the video helpful and useful. Please like, subscribe and share. Bye bye. Take care.